Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of Tales of Wedding Rings. Now, this is the very last episode of Tales of Wedding Rings, and so far, these last 12 episodes, because I said this is the last episode, these last 12 episodes of Tales of Wedding Rings, I won't say it fall off a cliff, but I will say this: despite all the harem ecchi animes we've got, gushing over magical girls, Chain Soldier, and Tales of Wedding Rings, this one wasn't as hype as the other fan service ecchi animes, the magic girl, gushing over magic girls, and Chain Soldier. Those were top peak of echiness in the ecchi department. The harem in this one, I won't say they fall off a cliff, but it does bring some characters involved, and Satou's development as well. Now, light, earth, fire, water, wind. 5 rings. With 5 rings combined, the harem ring king Satou is now on the verge. Now, last week's episode was kind of like a reverse isekai, so now we decide to go back home. And with Amber being the 5th princess as she is, we are now going back to the final battle. Well, was this battle something we expected? Was this battle like to a point where it's just like this show needs a season 2? Rest assured you, it happened. So without further ado, let's get right to it with the Tales of Wedding Rings, because we're gonna dive into this battle. Okay, let me say something. Going back to your isekai world, the battle between monsters and humans have been on its verge. There have been questions about where's Grandpa, where's Mars, where's the trickery in that? Where's the trickery? So we decided to find out the truth about it, and we found out when going back to the isekai world that the whole world is in shambles. Humans are dead, monsters are dead, people sacrificing their life to save them. And Satou, with 5 rings in his hand, 7 rings in hand, or 5 rings in hand, he is now facing the Abyss King. Now, here's the thing. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by the roster that Satou has. And I'm not surprised that Satou, I won't say weak, but I knew he was going to lose. Think about it. Throughout the first episode to now, all he did was just gathering all these rings. But if you look closely at those, has he ever developed the power of the rings? All these episodes were just showing Satou being sucked into an isekai world, got the girl he loved already in the first episode, and then you see this journeys as he trying to get all the rings and all the wives. But it was never a development in terms of how to use the rings properly. Now, the 5 girls, Hime, Granat, Nefertiti, Sapphire, Amber. You look at these 5 and you ask yourself, why are they useless? Now, trust me when I say this, I love Nefertiti. Nefertiti was best girl. I got Nefertiti F1, Granat 2, Hime 3, Amber 4, Sapphire 5. But you look at these 5 and you're like, they're not developing as the wives. Sure, they add part to the harem, but have you seen them work and train to become the best wife they can be? Like for real, they haven't. All the time we see Satou kiss Hime, but you could all the time, but you never see Granat, Nefertiti, Amber, Sapphire kissing Satou many times. It's just Hime. And I get it, Satou loves Hime, but that's here and there. Now, the fight against the Abyss King, this is what happens when they rush the fight, because they want to get to the point of can we just get a season 2? Satou put 1 clean blow on the Abyss King, which was good, by the way. 1 clean blow, but it wasn't enough. I mean, when you have all 5 rings and you merge into 1 ring, which was great and all, he's like, with your power combined, we form 1 ring. And then you put that 1 ring on Satou, but again, he couldn't control it. And the Abyss King did some work. I mean, literally just have him down and out. It was down and out. It was 1 quick battle. I'm like, but I wasn't surprised because I knew this was going to happen. I'm not surprised. And again, you see all these people trying to fight. Granat trying to fight. Amber trying to fight. That's fine. But the other 3, like Hime, Nefertiti, and Sapphire, they couldn't do some work. They couldn't. They couldn't. They're not properly trained. They're not trained to be the toughest wives you could have on your roster. But he got the harem going. Now, you gotta love the Gramps. Gramps should be nominated for Best Supporting Character. There has not been, I have never dissed Gramps ever since. Not one time I look back and say, you know what, Grandpa, you suck. No. He's very supportive, very helpful in battles a lot. Like he's more helpful than Armin, but that's a different topic in another way. But my point is, for an old man like him, he can deliver. So he saved Satou and his harem, and also and then we find out the truth about all the escape. Like Mars is alive, Gramps was alive thanks to the elf that fell in love with Gramps years ago. And you know, I love that elf that fell in love with Grandpa years ago. She pulling off that Future Diary look. You know, if you watch Future Diary, you know that smile, that kind of that trending yandere smile. She has that smile aura towards Gramps. So as they flee, they gotta get a chance to regroup. Fair enough, they got a chance to regroup. So after Satou sacrificed his whole body and at least got a blow, like literally just one shot the Abyss King, even though he's still alive, we still got the harem going on with all 5 of them on the bed. I do like Granite though, by the way, where he's like, this is a harem's life. Go with it. Like this is why I like Granite. This is why Granite's top 3, because she understands that in the last episode, in a harem like this, we got a whole 5 of them in their lingerie in bed. You got to go for it. Now, sadly, we didn't see that, but at the end of the episode, we got to see the debut of Hime's little sister. Yes, Hime's little sister, because again, they're going to see Hime and Satou was going to see their Hime's grave of her mom and dad, and her sister is out there. Now, Gramps, given the ideal subject here, is that all 5 of them need to step up their game. All 5 of them need to step up their game. For example, Nefertiti, best girl, by the way. I understand Nefertiti is smart. She's smart, but she needs to learn something. She needs to learn some magic. Granted, she has strength, but she needs to learn more than just using strength. Maybe more weapons if possible. And Hime. Yes, Hime is the first princess that Satou married, all that stuff. I mean, I get that. But you gotta do something than just wandering around and helping him. No, you gotta do something than just kissing Satou just to get a power up. Just for Satou to get power up. No. She needs to learn some magic. And the only way to do that is to speak to, with this cliffhanger, Hime's little sister, Maria. And her name, it's a long name. I can only go by her first name, Marion or Mary. I can't pronounce it. But my point is, not only Hime's little sister is added to this at the end, it's added to Satou's harem. Because if you think about it right now, you got 5 wives and her little sister. That's kind of like a bonus. That's a bonus. I mean, like how many harems you see where the main guy got 2 sisters. That's rare. That is rare in anime where the main guy gets 2 sisters in the harem concept. So that to me fits the bill. Kind of like Basara from Shinmano Testament. Remember Shinmano Testament? Basara got 2 sisters, the childhood friend and her sister. So it makes sense. It makes sense. So that's how it's gonna be. Now, overall though, this episode was kind of okay. This was okay. I mean, it was rushed. I'm gonna say rush because it's not what you expected out of this ecchi fan service. I mean, yeah, fan service was average. I'm not saying high tier fan service, but it was mostly like half fan service, half action, which was that was the point of all this. Now, and again, when it comes to this etchiness, I mean, Gushing Over Magical Chain Soldier was fantastic on the etchy department, but their etchy wasn't like, nah. Because it had that little action, but the action was okay. It was okay. And the good thing about it is that it's getting a season 2. A season 2! Because you can't end it with a cliffhanger like that. and not give us a season 2. You gotta give us a season 2. I mean, look. This is an isekai show. Let me ask you this. If this show got a season 2, why the hell No Game No Life didn't get a season 2? Like, every isekai only had one season. How come why the fuck No Game No Life doesn't have a season 2? Like, come on. I mean, this show, Taylor's Weathering, was okay, but for a high tier show like friggin' No Game No Life should get a season 2. I mean, come on, Mugu Tensei got more seasons. Overlord got another seasons. Rising of the Shield Hero got more seasons, but why come No Game No Life? For an isekai show like that, should get one. But for this one, not even like as okay isekai, it was okay. It getting another season, and it's funny because 2 out of the 3 etchiness of the show's year of this winter that I've watched, where we got Change Soldier. Yeah, Change Soldier got a season 2, which I should have talked about, Change Soldier and Tales of Wedding Rings. 2 out of the 3 ecchi shows that I've watched are getting a season 2. So I'm happy that Tales of Wedding Rings getting a season 2, because now I get to talk more about this. And we finally get to see these 5 wives actually doing something for once, rather than kissing and all. So at least they got it. This is their moment, and this is their celebratory moment for them to, like, look, we weren't that good in the war, but this time with season 2, we're gonna develop our skills so that we don't have to have Satou keep protecting us. We can protect Satou. Now it's time to step up, and these 5 are gonna do it. So I look forward for season 2. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10 on this show, me personally, I'll give it a 6. I mean, it was okay. I would expected more, but it's a 6. I mean, it's okay. Because I feel like the first season was all about Satou going after the 5 wives. I mean, going after the other 4. And that's that. Where I think season 2 is going to lead to, like, more of a training arc vibe going on till they get to the battle against the Abyss King. That's who am I judge. But if you're that curious, if you're curious about what's gonna happen, read the manga. Because I'm reading Chain Soldier and I'm reading Tales of Wedding Ring. So I look forward to as I'm reading it, I'm gonna see if they compare the one when the anime airs, and let's see. So I look forward to it, and thank you for watching my review of Chain of Soldier Season 2. I still got other shows to watch and do reviews on, so I look forward to it. So, and with spring here, there are some spring anime shows that we'll talk about. So stay tuned for that.